We were just talking off recording, off camera,
Off pod.
off pod,
Off the record.
off the record, off the RIP to off the record. It was a great conversation, but you don't get it. You don't get to get it because we weren't recording.
No.
Because that was a conversation for just Ben and I.
Yeah.
No, that's bogus. I want to circle back to it. But first, hey, this is NewWayStories. We are a comedy podcast that talks about creativity, comics, and cinema. It's kind of, I was trying to get the alliteration there, and I did.
Yeah.
But there's no, unfortunately, it's not kinema. It's cinema.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, it's close enough. Comedy, comics, creativity, film, movies. We talk manga and we're gonna shift to what we talk about so that it fits the alliteration. And today, listen, I know maybe some of you guys aren't into the comic book talk, but here's the reality.
Here it is.
Here's the reality. I get obsessed with something for 4 to 5 months at a time, and a little bit of this podcast is coming with me on that journey, and so hopefully for the next 4 months, 5 months, you also get obsessed with it, and maybe, who knows, in a few months I'll be back to chess. Maybe I'll be back to the new Tetris. I don't know, but right now it's comic books, but it's also relevant because it's summer blockbusters, and summer blockbusters are comic book movies nowadays.
Yep.
Right? And so we're going to talk about comic books and comic book movies. But first, Ben brought up an interesting question. An interesting,
Dilemma?
Well, side note, my name's Jesse. I'm your host. Ben is our producer, and he's a co-host today.
I've upgraded. We're
a Darius-less pod today, and so Ben's been working really hard on bringing manic energy. He's working on his Trump impression.
It's gonna be huge.
Oh my goodness! Wait a second! I thought he wasn't supposed to be on. Yo, I thought you weren't supposed to be on today.
This is Truth, Justice, and the New Way Stories.
Oh my goodness! Pod. Okay, well we're gonna pause while.
No. We're
going to take a pause for the cons? That's so funny.
The son of a gun.
That's not the word I would use.
I wanted to bring this up, Jesse, because I think you'd appreciate me kind of rolling my eyes at a conservative thing.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
So they've tried to manufacture controversy over the new Superman.
Okay.
Saying it's woke. And I genuinely think that's ridiculous. Here, we can say this. We don't have to talk about this, too.
You can keep talking about it while Darius gets set up.
Okay. So, and this is what I was telling Darius. This is why I brought it up yesterday. Because in the group chat, he didn't understand anything I was saying, so I called him. And then I was like, dude, like this. Because he's like, I just saw news on Fox, and I was just like, oh, I didn't really... and I was like, okay, here's what happened. James Gunn in an interview, some random...
this version of it where I came to Ben asking for help interpreting News Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, I'm just, please, Ben, will you? That has happened before where I've been like, hey, dude, is this? I was like, Ben, did this immigrant that they deported, is this super terrible? And Ben was like, no. He should have been deported.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
So in an interview with some London magazine, they were talking. There was more of a discussion than an interview. They're talking about Superman and how, at least in his version, it's not really truth, justice, in the American way. They've kind of taken that what's the word I'm looking for? That slogan now, and what's kind of been used in I've seen it in a promo. On the premiere, it was super weird. There's a video clip of the premiere, and it said truth. Someone said truth, justice, in the human way.
Okay.
And so I think it's more to see him as a global figure.
Yeah. Also when when Superman was created? I'd be interested when that slogan first came out.
I think it was right at the beginning.
I'm assuming
yeah.
late 30s, early 40s.
Around the World War II.
Yeah, when it was like, hey, like America is awesome and we need to like
he also punched Hitler.
Right. We need to like come together and so you just like it's two different things, but also you're in a global market as well. Like the comic books were sold to Americans, right? It was geared towards kids in America. And now, listen, I don't like India is a huge like market for you. China is a huge market.
People.
Like
Truth, justice, and the American way.
it's
that's why we love Superman.
But I think like but also to me, I think just in speculation here of what the movie is gonna be, that is tying into themes of like he's an alien from Krypton, but he identifies as a human, right? Like he's a human. He's like raised in Smallville. He works at the Daily Planet. Like he's not like in cahoots with Krypton. Just trying to, he's not like a deep cover spy for Krypton.
Yeah, he's Kryptonian.
He's a human, right? And he's a human with extraordinary powers. That's like what he wants to feel like.
Yeah. So they're kind of manufacturing the headline. I saw the new Superman is woke, which I genuinely think is ridiculous. Because like even some of the stuff like, well, okay. First of all, I don't think the truth, justice, and the American way has been a slogan for Superman. It hasn't been that for a while, and so I'm not like super offended that he isn't representing America.
Well, I was about to say too, this sort of stuff gets on my nerves. One, nationalism gets on my nerves because in the church world, a lot of people replace nationalism for what I would like to call Christianity, and it's not the same, right? They're two completely different things, but sometimes the line gets blurred. So I get a little heated when it comes to that sort of stuff. The other thing that I get frustrated by, and this is like a common comic book phenomenon, is you don't know anything. Like the common person doesn't know about the comic book, and then when something happens and they hear, oh, can you believe Superman changed it from the American way to the human way? You go, oh, I don't like that at all. You go, you didn't even know that it was truth, justice, and the American way. If no one would have told you, you would have been like, truth, justice, and the human way. Sick. I
also don't think that James Gunn was intentionally like, even though a part of me thinks that like if things would have gone differently in November, they would have definitely embraced the American way.
I disagree. I disagree because I think that it still is. While you're not pushing America, you still like whether he likes it or not. He still is a capitalist, and the world market is.
Yeah, I think James Gunn has to
because the people that voted for Kamala Harris don't like America. So they still wouldn't want it to be truth, justice, the American way. But I agree.
Yeah.
I actually do think truth, justice. I think getting rid of the truth, justice, the American way slogan makes complete sense.
Totally.
Like what I don't want is I don't want a shoehorned in truth, justice, and the human way, because truth, justice, and the American way has a phonetic, good sound to it.
It flows. The human way
flows.
Doesn't
Truth,
sound
justice,
as good.
and the human way sounds like you're trying to make a statement, and it falls flat. Like it just say, I stand for good. I stand for hope. Like, don't come up with a slogan that sounds stupid. Unless you have a character in the movie go, that's cute, but that's a stupid sounding slogan.
It does.
Then it's okay.
It does
That's what
feel
Nathan
like
Fillion is there for.
It does feel like you're shoehorning it a little bit, but it is like I understand the quarrel where you go, all right, we're not trying to make American propaganda films, but also like We want it to hopefully, for people who are into the comic book and who do know True Justice is in the American way, hopefully it invokes a similar, you go, oh, this is invoking similar like thoughts or feelings with a twist on it. So I get the difficulty.
Let me finish, because it was like, what I was trying to say, I don't think James Gunn was intentionally like, let's cut America. I just don't think Superman, like his modern version,
I
like,
agree.
is kind of there. Like those old comics are a little ridiculous, and where he is now, he's more of a. It's a bigger scale. It's not just America's problems. And so I don't think he was intentionally like, even though he is a little punk rock. I don't think that was his. And plus, it was like literally like an off the cuff conversation. They were just talking. It wasn't like an intentional headline or something he was trying to.
Are you saying James Gunn is a little punk rock or Superman's a little punk rock?
Superman. I mean, James Gunn.
I was like, did you guys see the alternate Earth punk rock Superman?
No.
No, I was just kidding.
No, I was like, what are you talking about?
Super Punk? It's
also
just a band name.
Second thing, just to really rile some people up, Kamala Harris is Hollywood's president, and I had joked with Malia that they would have been feeling themselves so much if she won that they would have found a way to shoehorn her in as the president in that movie.
They cast her.
Yeah. Just to like, because they're just brutal. Like, they would feel so good about themselves. Just like how
Did you guys know that actually Wonder Woman got elected as president?
Not my America.
Kamala.
Not my America, because she's not born in America.
Okay. Yes.
If you're born as an Amazonian woman.
Here's a message from a fellow conservative. Not everything's woke. Especially don't find the woke in everything. Just like how liberals found racism in everything. Don't find woke in everything. It's fine. Just go enjoy the movie.
I was gonna say just go watch the movie.
If you like it, it's great. That's fine.
Okay, that's not what we're here to talk about, Ben. No. Jeez. What we are here to talk about is if you get a gift card, birthday, Christmas, because someone's being nice to you.
Day.
St. Patrick's Day. Valentine's.
I love a St. Patrick's gift card.
Yeah.
I'm only buying bangers and mash with it, and I
receipt
don't
for a pint
mean
of
that as a euphemism.
Did you blow all this money on bangers?
I think that maybe needs to be.
I mashed them.
That might be a T-shirt for us.
I got a pound of mash in the trunk.
NewWayStories, and I
the
don't
garage.
mean that as a euphemism. What are you spending your gift card on? Now, Ben brought this up because he came across $100. Mm-hmm. He never told me how the $100 came into his possession. But it's different than when you work for something and you get a paycheck and you go, okay, I need to spend my money on this. And then, but a gift card, it is extra money. What do you spend it on? Are you a go to the store and hey, we got the essentials we need to buy, so we might as well pick this stuff up and use the gift card? Are you like, hey, I'm going to put this towards something that I would never spend money on? Mm-hmm. Or are you somewhere in between? You go, I really shouldn't buy an extra one of these, but like, I've got a gift card.
Let's throw in some fries for the table.
Yeah, fries. You want fries for the table? I got a gift card.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll mind. I own the gift card. So you can't really do that. I don't think they'll mind.
I have a gift card. That's a fun Dark Knight versus
Batman Begins.
Dark Knight versus it's what's the word I'm looking for? Is billionaire playboy
philanthropist
quote, but with someone who someone has given Bruce Wayne a gift card for his birthday. They go, here, Bruce, here's $25 to Red Robin.
Yeah. So the fountain is not for swimming. I'm thinking of bringing some gift cards to the place and making some changes around here.
So Darius, what are you doing? You get a $50 gift card to Amazon. What are you buying?
Well, here's the thing. I have over $1,000 in unused gift cards in my house.
You go, I don't spend it. I
always forget to spend it. If we spend it, which it's kind of getting sad at this point. If we spend it, we will spend it on vacation.
Yeah.
We'll save it when we go on a trip. we'll use the gift cards on the trip. That's kind of always how we've operated.
I like a designated time. You got a 7-day, 10-day vacation, and you go, we're going to be fiscally irresponsible.
Yep.
You have a budget, right? You don't want to go over that budget, but inside of that budget, you're spending more money on dinner than what you normally would.
Yep.
You want a t-shirt? Buy yourself a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Do I need another coffee mug?
No.
No, I don't.
No.
Am I going to buy it? You better believe I am. Because I'm on vacation.
Extra scoop of ice
I'm
cream.
going to make myself.
All day. Okay, I like that. Vacation, just inflate the vacation fund.
Yeah. The vacation inflation. It's the vacation inflation. People are talking about it. They're saying all the money's there for vacation. There was no money there before with Biden, but now the Tricky Joe's gone. We've got all the vacation money we could ask for, as long as you don't go to China.
Ben, where are you at?
Okay, so this is what we were talking about before the pod, before we thought Darius wasn't going to be here. So my two options were, I'm going to get myself some. I was going to buy something. Okay, I have a list of action figures I'm collecting. I get one a month, knocking out the list. So I was
is
either
my action figure on the list?
Yeah, What did he say?
What did you say? I missed it.
I said, "Is my action figure the Darius Giles
action figure.
official?
You can
WWE
Patreon supporter
It's on
at $5 a month.
Yeah. It's on the bottom. I don't know. I was gonna throw it in.
It's on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a paywall.
Well, it has 3 points of articulation. So
this one actually comes with a hernia if you try. If you try too much.
comes with it's got a hand that can clasp an inhaler. The hand can like squeeze down and go.
And the deluxe edition comes with the seltzer or whatever the thing that you were drinking at the movie. Why am I blanking? Because
Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer, little tablets.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's the worst sound to put in audio. So I was either going to get, in my opinion, one of the best Spider-Man action figures, like the definitive, my Grail Spider-Man, or I was going to get 4 or 5 and complete a shelf, a collection.
That's cool.
Darius, what would you do? Would you get? I mean, I know you really don't have this sort of thing in your life, but I am curious at what you would do. Would you go for like the Grail item where you go, man, I would really love this, or would you complete a set?
Oh man, that's hard. Yeah, if I was collecting guitar pedals, right?
Yeah.
What I would be like, I want to have this last one that completes the set, or would I say, nope? I would Grail it. Yeah, for sure. I'd
Grail.
be the kind of guy that would be like, no. I'm a like all the eggs in one basket kind of person.
The one.
Yeah.
Here's what Malia said.
Can only be one.
Here's what Malia said. She said, when else are you going to be able to drop this much money on just one single fig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like these other ones, I have them on the list. I was going to get it eventually. I was going to get around to it. But I had the opportunity to like, it was the Spider-Verse. So I have Miles, Peter B, 2099, Punk.
That's cool, dude.
But I'm missing some other Spider people. And so Hunter, who's a friend of mine, he's like, dude, you haven't completed anything. I'm like Jesse. When it comes to I'll miss 2 issues of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I'll miss 5, or I don't get the first one. It's like you've started, you have half the Avengers here. You have 3 out of the 4 Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
You have some of the X-Men. Like you have to finish something. And so
3
that's why
of the 4. You've got the Fantastic 3.
I have the terrific 3.
Actually, I have 4. Sue Storm is just invisible.
That's actually no, I just got her. Yeah,
Really funny.
that's hilarious.
I was curious because I am the Grail person as well, just because it's hard to drop $80 on one thing, right? Like I'm not going to spend $50 on a comic book. But I'll spend, it's so stupid because I'll spend $50 on 10 comic books, right?
Yeah.
Like it's the same money going out, but in my head it's different. So I would go Grail, but there is something about the dopamine rush of like completing a set.
Yeah.
And that sounds so stupid, but it's like, oh my gosh, I'm like 2 issues away.
Yeah.
I was just telling Ben this, the first run that I actually am gonna complete is the 2009 to 2011 Batman and Robin run, where Dick Grayson is Batman and Damian is Robin, and I'm literally like 2 or 3 issues away, and I'm like, this is gonna be the first like significant run that I complete. Right? Cool. I have like little like 4 out of 4 like one-offs or whatever. But I'm like, this is like a 36 book run that I am almost done completing. And it's when I realized I was only 2 or 3 books away, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be fun when this. But to your point, those are like $3 a piece, $4 a piece. I can spend that. I can spend that whenever I want.
The Spider-Verse ones, I was looking at them because I was comparing my options and how much I'd spend. It'd be roughly the same. Like a lot of those are like $12, $20.
Yeah.
Like just a couple. It's a bunch of those kind of price that in those price range. Which is why I was like, I would be getting a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, this isn't. It's one of my favorite Spider-Man, and I'm excited. So I did end up going with the Grail.
You got the Grail.
I got the Grail.
So which one is it? Which one is your Holy Grail action figure?
This is the Amazing Friends Spider-Man. So this is based off of like the 60s cartoon classic retro Spider-Man.
It's the Spidey and his Amazing Friends Target only release.
No, not the new.
The giant hands and feet.
It looks like a Funko Pop. Their animation. No, that's amazing. If you got a gift card, spend the money on nonsense. It's supposed to be a gift. I'm not asking for smart socks or kitty litter for Christmas.
Yeah,
right?
Tamesa.
Like, I don't need that, right? I'll buy that on my own because those are necessities. This is a moment that I get something more, something crazy.
Full disclosure, I don't buy myself socks in that type of stuff because I know my mother-in-law will get it for me every Christmas. Like, I'm running low on socks, but I'm like, can I wait for 6 more months?
Here's something that...
Because she always gets me socks.
Here's something that Jesse's dumb little brain can't fathom.
Yeah.
And Kate, who is smarter, a more rational person than I am, we will be at Target, and I have a $50 gift card, and she goes, well, let's pick up some of these essentials that we need. I go, I have a gift card. And she goes, well, you can still buy those things that you want. Like, we'll just use, like, say I got like $8 left over on my gift card.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I want to wait and pick out like the perfect DVD or whatever. She goes, well, just do that later. Like, we have, like, it's not, the DVD you want is not here. The money all goes into
one pot.
Right, exactly. It's all going to be spent.
Yep.
If you use our credit card in 3 weeks to buy this or use the credit card now, the money will be spent either way. And I go, just let me use the gift card, okay, Kate? It's my present.
You and Brittany both. That's got to be something in the water from a Tannum Valley Assembly of God. There's like funny. There is a funny little
South of Tannum
culture. That like you and like just y'all from South of Tannum have a little like a subculture to you.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so here's what we're talking about. Beyond gift cards.
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I asked you when we
We're
walked
talking
in here.
DC, the state of DC and Marvel, and where we think they should go. You have just elected us.
Straight to hell.
You have just elected us the CEO, creative directors of DC and Marvel.
Did we? Now, was it like did James Gunn and Kevin Feige, did they die or did they step down? Did they get canceled?
No, we created a coup, and we've merged them, and we are co-CEO. Of the two big dogs.
We brought the Snyder fans with us
in the heat of the moment.
No. We murdered them.
That was our first action.
We did the coup. We took over. And then we did little genocide. Just to get rid of the Snyder fans.
Or as the Spanish say, genocida.
Un poquito genocide. And I'm just kidding. You're allowed to have a different opinion. I still love you as a human being, but I won't watch a movie with you. And so what should they do in the film world? And I have we'll save that for a different time. listen, I'm going to do something that's pretty controversial.
Okay.
A little more controversial than the Un Poquito genocide.
Un poquito genocito.
I actually think DC is on the right path.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it keep going. I want this to play out.
Yeah. And what's that path?
Well, I think we're on an
Super
upward
woke.
trajectory.
Super woke.
I like where James Gunn is going. I like the tie-ins. I love the we're gonna do animating, try to keep actors going, but also allow room for Matt Reeves' Batman and things of that nature. I love all of that.
And I love one thing. They're focusing one movie a year, one TV show.
Marvel.
That's it.
I'm gonna pump the brakes for 5 years.
Whoa!
Just
for 5 years
completely-
for a palette
Yeah.
cleanser.
Flush the fluids out of that bad boy.
Now,
Yeah.
of film, I actually don't mind a series coming out on Disney Plus once a year. It can be whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah. It just needs to not try to tie in. Oh, sorry, I'll let you go. This is your plan.
I agree with
Sorry.
you. I'm learning through being a boss of people at Northtown that I need more. I need to create a little more structure and a little less ambiguity. But I really want creative people to be creative, and so I don't care about Disney Plus
Hey guys,
TV
charge
shows.
whatever you want for the coffee.
Go do what go do what you want to do with the TV, like a Disney Plus TV show. However, in 5 years, we're gonna start back over
2030.
and here in 2030,
Okay, we're here.
we're gonna release less, but we're gonna go back to the main characters because I will tell you, nobody cares. Nobody cares about these side, and I think they are pulling back a little bit. There's these side characters that they're trying to do, and I've been in depth with comic books recently, so they're specking on books. They go, well, this is the first issue of this random bad guy who was here for 10 issues and we've never seen him again. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that person. Go back to the home run hitters.
Basics.
Honestly, you could do an infinite amount. You could do what comic books do with Spider-Man and do an infinite amount of movies with Spider-Man. Do James Bond. Spider-Man, I just convinced myself. I wasn't planning on doing this.
Okay.
I just convinced myself. This is why you should cast me as a CEO. Vote me in. Spider-Man's the new James Bond. He's got enough villains. He's got enough bad guys.
Yep.
He stays the same age all the time like he does in comic books.
Yep.
Right.
You can do three movie arcs, big arcs, whatever, but it's the same character, same age.
Yep.
You just get to introduce cool bad guys. You get to do Goblin. You get to do Tombstone. You get to do Rhino, whatever.
Scorpion.
Lizard. Yeah.
Stiltman. Big Wheel.
Same thing with Batman.
Morbius.
No. Nope.
Madam Web.
That's my, that's amongst the Un Poquito genocide, Sony is also gone.
I would like to see Jared Leto.
takeover.
I'd like to see Jared Leto play Spider-Man, and I'd also like to see Jared Leto play Madam Web.
Darius's pitch is, okay, Marvel DC. There's this guy. I don't know if you've heard of him. Tyler Perry.
Yep.
Jared Leto is the new Tyler Perry.
Yeah, but for comic book movies.
Hercules. That's Eddie Murphy.
It's Medea's big old web of lies.
That's so perfect.
He keeps turning to the camera. Madam Web, Jared Leto.
Bro,
Spider-Man, Jared Leto.
It's like Parent Trap, camera tricks.
The split screen.
Yeah.
Oh, they
I'm
can
into
never
it.
shake hands. They can never fight. They can only talk to each other from opposite sides of the screen.
That's what I'm doing. You see the back of the head. That's clearly not them.
It's a 5'8" black guy.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting a pause on Marvel movies.
Yeah.
For a good long time for palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, what are you doing?
Okay. I won't go as much as 5 years. I'm going to say a year or two. Let's
Sure.
pump the brakes. Maybe. Okay. I'll meet in the middle. 3.
Okay.
No, I'll go back to 2.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's why I pitched 5 at first,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that you would counter with something more reasonable.
But I have
2
2.5.
2.5.
How about 2 years, 9 months, 13 days? Frickin' last offer.
I'm going to. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because like at the end of it, which is so crazy that we've come this far and we finally are able to play with the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, the Avenger, all these characters. So I would probably do the one movie a year, like DC is doing, but I would let there be a little more play in each movie. So like I would have like maybe a Fantastic Four with a Spider-Man, or maybe the Avengers and I don't know, the Thunderbolt. You know what I mean? I'd have a little more play because now we have a big sandbox, a big Marvel universe to have some really fun stuff. And I would end. So I would do like a 4 or 5 movie run. So at the end of 4 or 5 movies, one big movie, and I wouldn't call it Avengers this, X-Men that. I would just say Marvel's this. You know what I mean? Like a big event. So you'd have all these stories, team ups, fun stuff, and then it would all lead to one big story. Because what's tricky the past 3 or 4 years, you've had all these all these different ones starting off new branches, but we were so primed to like. And what's crazy is like OG Marvel. I've talked about this book before. They were making it up as they go. They were literally like, yeah, if we do that, and then that'll tie into there.
That's why there's stuff retconned. Like there's stuff that happens at the end of. There's stuff that happens at the end of Thor that doesn't play out. There's stuff that happens at the end of the Avengers that completely gets like retconned.
Yeah.
And that happens all the way through until you get to phase 2.
So like it's if we just played a little more intentional, guys. If we just get in that 2 to 3, maybe 5 years, let's have a baseline. All right, here are these 4 or 5 movies we're releasing the next 4 or 5 years. Here's how they can all independently play by themselves, but here's the underlying connection that will connect all of them. Because I don't think James Gunn is interested in doing that. He's kind of said there's not really going to be one big bad guy. This is just one big universe we're watching. And so that's what I would do. Like I would even do, and then one TV show. Here's something fun I would do. Here's another thing. X-Men, Wolverine is not the main character. Wolverine is not the main character of X-Men. All right? It is Scott Summers Cyclops. He is the leader of the X-Men, and he needs to be in charge.
This is why Ben can't be in charge of Marvel or DC.
Listen to me, Jesse. I would have
Cyclops?
Cyclops.
Who's woke now casting the gay character?
What do you mean Cyclops is not gay? What?
I mean that in 2005 speak.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm so primed to have my woke antenna, the beeper was going off. Beep, beep, beep.
I don't mean that. I just couldn't quite stop myself.
No, it's okay. It's perfect. Because I would love either have Logan, Wolverine, be kind of a mentor role to Scott Summers. Like have him, have the whole team be like mid-20s, around their 20s younger, and keep Wolverine kind of like that old grizzled, he's seen some stuff, and maybe Charles like, hey dude, you need to be a part of this team. Like you could definitely help. And he's like, I want to smoke cigarettes and ride my
cigars.
Yeah, cigars. Sorry, I don't smoke.
Man,
he wants to smoke cigarettes and ride his cigars.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what Wolverine's known for.
Vroom, baby.
So that's his arc in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Donde está las cigarettes? I wrote here on my Cuban.
And I don't mean that.
Scott Summers goes, oh man.
Okay, so I like it.
So he's kind of like a mentor, and that's his arc. But then I would get like a year or two later, Disney Plus show of Wolverine, and it's just him going on like a fun road trip.
That's a good idea.
Like an 8-episode Wolverine.
Just a buddy comedy road trip.
Yeah. He's just like killing dudes in a bar. Maybe he's fighting Silver Samurai in the jungle somewhere.
Now, I mean,
punches Sabretooth.
I understand. Like the most sellingest comic books is Spider-Man, Wolverine, Batman. Like those are the books that people continue to buy. Those are the characters that people continue to gravitate towards.
Yeah.
So I understand why they're like, we got to do Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
I would love like a Gambit or Nightcrawler or something like that. I think those characters are sick. I actually think Nightcrawler is one of the better, like, kind of complex
I love Nightcrawler's
characters,
cool.
like interesting, not complex, but just different because he's like Catholic, right? And like has you have like this mutant who also like has faith in Jesus, which is an interesting paradox, I think. But anyway, yeah. All right.
That's what I would do.
Final thoughts. That's
And then I would do probably one cosmic movie, whether it's the Guardians, whether it's I don't know, don't do Inhumans.
I think if you do a cosmic movie, this is just my input here. If you do a cosmic movie, keep it cosmic. Don't bring Earth into it. I think as soon as you brought the like overarching like cosmic thing into play, it like became too convoluted.
Yep.
If you're going to do that, like it needs to be like Earth is too small and like inconsequential to even matter in the like.
I would probably here's my lineup. I would do Avengers. I would do a Spider-Man movie. I would do an X-Men movie, and then the last one I would do Fantastic Four, like Future Foundation, so you can throw Spider-Man in there as well. And then that leads up to.
We're gonna find out with this movie if it is possible to make a good Fantastic Four movie. If this movie flops, we might have to just.
It's literally impossible.
We might have to admit that they just aren't fit for film.
No,
they're not quite primetime players.
I hope the movie's good. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It looks like the most boring thing ever.
Which is kind of why I'm excited about it. I don't know why.
Boring?
Huh?
The Thing is boring?
Yeah, you got like The Thing cooking.
The movie is not the Thing movie, unfortunately. If the movie was Ben Grimm, detective in crime.
Bro, like a noir detective, Ben Grimm.
And he's always in a trench coat.
That's sick.
I'd be like, great. And again, I love the Fantastic Four. I also think their comic books are boring, so maybe I'm just biased. But I love the idea of the Fantastic Four. I love Johnny Storm. I love Ben Grimm. I think Reed and Sue are Borsville. But the movie, I love the mid-century look. The movie, I don't mean to sound stupid, but there's not like a single funny moment in any of the trailers. Nothing in the trailers seems fun. There's not a cool action moment in the trailers. There's nothing exciting in the trailers. And maybe that's a really good thing, but I am very nervous.
I've heard about the Superman movie because a couple weeks ago, some journalists were able to watch the first 30 minutes. And I think David Cornsbeck kind of said it in an interview. Like what we've seen in the trailers is roughly the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
At least that's awesome. What it kind of sounded like. Like we haven't really seen. There's a lot of this movie that hasn't even touched the trailers.
Yeah. I said it. Go ahead.
What a trailer's supposed to be. Yes. You did say that. You were like, I think that this is going to happen at the beginning. Because to me, I'm like, this like big monster thing or whatever is going to be the end epic battle. And that's like not what I want at all. But yeah, Darius was like, I think that's going to happen in the beginning.
I'm excited. Superman, we're living in zero BS today. 0 days before Superman. And next time you hear us, we will be living in sometime ASS. After we saw Superman. After seeing Superman. And the world will be a different place.
In 3
ASS.
days ass. After seeing Superman.
Okay, I'll give you my quick Marvel.
Yeah.
I've said this from the moment we finished watching Endgame. I said, like, let Tony and Steve have a break. Let Thor wrap up. At the end of the next, I was like, in 10 years, that was my mind. Was like, in 10 years, in 2029, let people completely forget. Like, let them really retire themselves. And then at the end of the next, like they're fighting Kang and they're getting their butts kicked by Kang and it's over. And then out of nowhere, Steve and Tony from another universe show up. And it's like the original Avengers come to save the new Avengers and they win the fight together, but it's a 10-year payoff because you're just not expecting to see Steve, Tony, Natasha, Bruce show up. Now they've ruined that because they've like killed Bruce's character. They've killed Thor's character. Like it's overkill. But regardless, that's the way I would do it is I would end the Doomsday with Steve and Tony, Natasha from another universe show up. Whoever's died shows up to rescue them, the new Avengers at the end. And then with that, at the end of Doomsday Part 2 or whatever, I would end the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And like Jesse said, probably the next year, not in 5 years, the next year, I would reboot the universe. Not they're living in the same world. That we're going to a new universe and we're going to a new world. And I would reboot the Marvel Universe with whatever characters we looked at and thought were good. I don't even care. We can make a Avengers that's Shang-Chi and Yelena Belova and Red Hulk. I don't care. But like reboot them. Eventually let somebody new play Iron Man. Let somebody new play Steve.
Yeah.
Let somebody new play Thor. Let it be Jane Foster as Thor.
I don't think you need an origin story.
No.
For all of those, right?
No,
like
no, you
just
don't have to.
give us a world. Like
Sure.
Allow the work that has already been done for origin stories.
Yep.
To like be taken over, but also like take that as like inherent information that people know, but also ignore what you have done, right?
I think
it's like a fine, you gotta live in the tension of it.
Yep. Yeah. I would say
Purely for Ben.
I would say don't redo the origin stories for Steve and Tony and Thor, etc.
Yeah.
I would say give us new origin stories because the reality is origin stories are cool. Origin stories are awesome. I just want to see them. They don't have to be done with the same formula, but you have to remember, like Iron Man, people were already worn out of origin stories. There were already movies mocking the superhero origin story when Iron Man came out.
Yeah.
And Iron Man was so good that it reminded us, oh no, this character arc of how does someone become a hero, that's archetypal to the human experience. So you have to get rid of this beautiful archetype narrative. Like, but just do the origin story in a fresh way or tell the story from an emotional angle that has been. Anyway, that's what I would do. I would give it a fresh reboot. I would personally only want silly TV shows on Disney Plus. Let them be silly or let them be fully animated. And I think what James Gunn is doing is going to be absolutely perfect. They think I'm already seeing so many people say, this is the best Superman movie that has ever been made. We've never had a better Superman story.
I got this text from a friend of mine. He sees things early and he's like, he just said, "You're going to love it." And then I said, "Did you love it? This could be an insult if it sucked."
Yep. Right. We'll find out tonight.
Here's what I want to close on.
Okay.
And this is what I feel like not a lot of people are talking about.
What are they talking
and they need to be talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking a lot of Marvel, a lot of DC. Yeah. You know, and
there's
talking
about Image
whatever.
Comics.
No, see, that's like a little too on the nose. Like there's like a galactic ice that is trying to get him out. You go, it's a little too woke. You go, what are you talking about? The indie comic books.
Yeah.
Your Image, your Dark Horse, Valiant, IDW, etc., etc.
That's right.
There has not really been any real movies in the last 10 years.
Right.
Working with that IP. Okay, you've tried to do Hellboy. They tried to reboot that, which the first one is a pretty cool movie. They got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, but that's like such mainstream that I like don't even really count it as an indie.
What about Invincible? That's animated.
Hold on.
Okay.
Whoa, Ben.
Sorry.
Thanks for nothing. And then they tried to do Bloodshot with Vin Diesel, which was a bad choice. But in TV shows, they actually have done indie property
Yeah.
and have done it really well.
The
The
Umbrella
Boys
Academy.
is crazy successful.
Academy.
Invincible. Yep. Umbrella Academy. Sweet Tooth, which I haven't watched yet, but it's a post-apocalyptic fantasy.
It's cool. I haven't watched all of it, but
Created by a guy named Jeff Lemire that I really like as a writer. And so there's been some really good TV shows that are using the indie IP. But let me just take you back to the 90s when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was still an indie movie.
Yeah.
An indie comic, indie movie, incredible. The Mask, not a lot of people know this, Dark Horse comic book. This one I just learned about. Time Cop is a Dark Horse comic.
Dang.
And I now want to get all of those and hopefully have them signed by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That'd be awesome.
How amazing would that be? The Crow is based on a comic book. These are all in the 90s. Tank Girl, which is like a cult film. Men in Black.
You have to say like cult classic. When you say a cult film, like was it started
Cult
by
classic,
a
sorry.
cult?
Cult classic.
By a cult?
Cool.
But then like Spawn in 1997, that Tom McFarlane came out with Spawn just like
A few years before.
5 years before that, maybe.
Yeah.
And so there's a ton of indie, like cool indie comic book movies that came out in the 90s that are like, oh, these are all like legit. But nobody looks back at the 90s. Mind you, we had a ton of Batman movies coming out. There was like 4 Batman movies in the
90s.
from 89 to 90s.
7.
And so it wasn't like they were not present, but like these indie comic book movies were coming out and nobody looks back at the 90s and they're like, oh, we're so oversaturated with comic book movies. It's like, actually, they were, I think what I've learned is that like we've always made comic book movies, right?
Yep.
Like, and it has been crazy since from 2005 to now. There's been too many Marvel movies. That's like
There's been 30
inarguable, probably even more.
since which 2008.
Yeah, well, yeah. Give me at start of. I always forget what comes first, Iron Man or Incredible Hulk.
Iron Man.
Incredible Hulk.
I thought it was Incredible Hulk.
I
Because
could be wrong. Iron Man makes a cameo at the end of Incredible Hulk. They probably
Right.
come out. I bet you Iron Man came out in
It's
May.
like the same
And
summer.
the Incredible Hulk came out in June.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Incredible Hulk's June. Iron Man. May. Wow, you were
Wow.
spot on.
Nailed it. So how many? Give me how many movies? The point is that there's too many. But nobody looks back at the 90s and is like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
what an oversaturated. There's so many cool indie stories out there that like you have, like Image and Dark Horse are like 2 comic book companies that really are like writer first, creator first. But you guys didn't know this. Andy Samberg is writing an Image comic book right now.
That's cool.
There's like he's like 9 issues deep. Patton Oswalt like writes
Yeah.
with Image and Dark Horse. Gerard Way, the Umbrella Academy. I'm watching My Chemical Romance
Is that
tonight.
the guy? That's what it is. My Chemical Romance.
Yeah. So he Dark Horse he actually went to school. Here's a fun fact. He went to school to be a comic book artist before
That's
My
cool.
Chemical Romance took
Wow.
off.
So there have been 36 MCU films and 14 non-MCU. So that'd be 50 total.
So 50 total
That's insane.
in 20 years.
From
a little
2008
under-
to 2025.
So in a little under 20 years, there's been 50 Marvel movies.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah. You know, I will agree with you there. Common ground. Let's shake
There
hands
it
on
is.
this. 5 years. Let's do
But
5
I
years.
think that there's indie movies out there that like you can do like a quote unquote superhero movie that doesn't feel like a superhero movie. I think that's the other thing too, is the MCU became so distinct.
Yeah.
MCU. And that's fine. You have a brand that you're trying to hit, but when you oversaturate the market like that, it's ironic, right? Because in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, there's a comic book boom where the market gets oversaturated
Yeah.
and everybody's buying Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, Batman, whatever. But ironically, like none of those IPs except Batman, none of those IPs really turned into anything else. Here's my final thought. that I've said it before, but I would really love to see it happen. And they've done this as advertisements, and the more I find out about it, the more I want to find these comic books. But there's always a film adaptation in a comic book form, right? So you got, one that's not in here, Judge Dredd, and what's the other? There's another
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man, thank you. Those are both comic books as well. But there's always a movie like, oh, dude, Darius, I saw a Universal Soldier comic book, but the guy was trying to sell it for like $9, and I'm like, this is a dollar bin or $3. I almost bought it because it was like Universal Soldier, but it's like they made Universal Soldier, and Dolph Lundgren's like on the drawn on the cover. I'm like, oh, this is sick. So he almost got me, but my point is there's movies and then they make comic books to be promos.
Right.
Make a movie, create a new superhero, and don't let the movie launch him into his own comic book series.
Yeah.
You make the movie and then you say, and hey,
There's a comic.
there's a comic coming out of this guy.
Well,
Okay,
so
go for it.
sorry. I this whole the storytelling industry is interesting. Here's the thing. Books are lucrative. It's not that they're always going to make money. As far as I understand, they're always going to make money printing books.
Especially in the digital world now, where it literally, you don't have to pay money to print books.
You just put it out there.
Yeah.
Put it as ones and zeros, which costs tens of
Zeros
dollars.
and ones.
Sorry, that's correct. And then you can charge people to read it, which I think is genius, and it's cheap. And that's the thing about books is, for a movie they'll be like, digital copy is only $30, and you're like, it's a digital copy.
Yeah, I
don't
hate
even
that.
have anything. Books will be like, get this book on e-reader for $2.99.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that seems. The issue is that storytelling is what we're passionate about. Are we passionate about movies? Sure, because we love storytelling. Are we passionate about video games? Sure, we love storytelling. Are we passionate about books? Jesse reads more books probably than he watches movies. We're passionate about storytelling. The issue is, in some of these mediums, how are they making money? Because you can't make a noir. You can't make some of these comic book movies and then market it as an indie noir movie or some kind of weirdo, silly niche movie, whichever niche.
That was specifically for Malia.
Friedrich Nietzsche type movie.
NewWayStories, we are a niche podcast.
Yes.
Not necessarily the market that we reach, but we say niche.
Yes, son of a biche.
This episode is gonna have as much vulgarity as the interview with what's
we got him loosened up towards the end there, and he finally started talking like he was actually from freaking Boston. But I guess all I'm trying to say is, with the comic book movies, if they think that they have to spend $400 million to make a movie, then we're always going to be in this cycle of loss and disappointment, because not every movie is going to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
So they've got to find a way to tell stories that don't take $400 million.
Well, we were just talking about a movie that you watched on Amazon. What's it called?
Deep Cover. Super
Deep Cover.
funny. Pretty vulgar, in terms of there's a lot of F-bombs, but not a super dirty movie. It's hilarious.
But the point is that it doesn't require millions and millions of dollars for CGI. It doesn't, you can shoot it fairly quickly, all this sort of thing.
And it was awesome.
And you made a good movie. You go, man, that was a great movie. That was fun to watch. And it costs less, so what you have to recoup. I've been watching a lot of Storage Wars recently.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, guys, This show was made for me.
Is this why you called me yesterday at a liquidation store?
100%, bro.
He was trying to flip a Lego set.
Well, I don't know anything about Lego sets. I go, I got to get this checked out from somebody who knows what they're talking about.
I walk in.
Well, listen, if it was the price that I thought I had seen on it, then it would have been.
Yes,
I'm like,
I would have said. Bye.
We could flip this thing. But when someone buys a storage locker for $1,500, I go, man, you gotta make up a lot to make your money back. And sometimes it works out. But when someone spends $300 on a locker and you go, well, maybe there's not a ton of good stuff in there, but it doesn't take a whole lot to recoup $300, right? Like pretty quickly you can double your money when you only spend $300. Same thing in movies, right? If you only spend $3 million on a movie, even if you're putting it straight to a streaming service, you could probably even recoup a full $3 million in like product placement that isn't like gaudy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could make your money back, and then like whatever it makes on streaming is gravy, right?
What's crazy is like imagining a movie coming out. I don't think there is in recent years for $3 million.
Yeah, I mean it's insane, especially if you like have
even
a
Netflix movies cost more than that.
Probably. I'm still stuck in the 90s where I'm like, isn't $3 million like an insane amount of money?
Really?
But today it's not. I was just talking to our friend Carl, friend of the pod.
He needs to come back.
He was saying that if you want to be like a 6-figure family now, like back in the day, you know, even 10 years ago, where you go, oh, our family's pulling in $100,000, we're pulling in 6 figures. You actually need to make closer to $180,000 as a family to be like what a 6-figure family would be with what, you know, houses cost and groceries and all that stuff. And so same thing in a movie, right? A $5 million budget which is still even in the 90s was like kind of a low budget film or mid tier, I guess. Yeah. So now it's probably like 15.
Well, here's part of my point is if passionate people who love storytelling will spend their free time writing stories and making stories. Maybe you're making music, or maybe you're making a podcast on Fridays, or maybe you're a film student, or you're fresh out of film school and you're working a corporate job, but on the weekends you're spending 12 hours a day making a film with your buddies. If people do that, talented people artists generally like talented community where they can be around other talented, passionate people, and they like making stuff that is fun to make or is fulfilling. Like after you're done making it, you're like, we made something good.
Yeah.
And so if talented people will stop waiting for Hollywood to notice them,
give them permission
and start making stuff, then work and that dude, this is a crazy example because I did not think Christians would be the people to pull this off, but that's what like the Chosen TV series is. That's what Angel Studios has been doing. And some of it's not my cup of tea. Some of it's like kind of Christian propaganda, which I'm not like super into because I think raw storytelling is better than propaganda, regardless of the intent behind it. But like, Zachary Levi is creating his own movie studio in Texas, and I don't know how it will go. Maybe it will be really bad, but he's abandoning like all of his potential to make hundreds of millions potentially as an actor in Hollywood to go start his own production studio to maybe scrape out a living for the rest of his life. And if more of us did that,
movies he wants to.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. If more of us did that, then we would have stories that we're passionate about and we want to share with each other. And maybe none of us will become millionaires doing it. But I just think like everyone waiting to win the Hollywood lottery so that then artists can go and get abused by Hollywood executives and then be disappointed at the end of their career with the art that they made. That's a failing freaking system. There's got to be a better way.
Yeah, for sure.
got to be
For
a
sure.
new way.
It's got to be a new way.
Here's fun fact. Okay, so
You can get on the
2021
ground
Wrap this
floor
up.
investing in New Way Studios.
2021 was the peak of MCU output. In theaters in the year 2021, there was Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man No Way Home.
One of those
All in
did
within.
well. I like
But
Shang-Chi. I like Black
in
Widow.
in a 12-month span, so it's not exactly a calendar year, but from 2017 to 2018, within these 12 months, there was 5.
Yeah.
Guardians Volume 2,
It's too
Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War. So within a 12-month span, there was 5 movies.
But you remember that was that 12 months was the time at the end of that 12 months where everyone was like, holy crap, this is the best thing ever. Because
I would,
Yeah.
that
I
was
mean, they're
probably
trying to-
that was the height.
every
of the
single one of those movies is in
Is
the
awesome.
top 10
Yeah.
best superhero movies ever.
Yeah.
And they're trying to capture it as much as trying to get as much of that paper as they can, right? When Infinity War happens, you're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Like we got to continue to capitalize on this. And I get the concept, but now you're living in the
Well,
the aftermath of it,
it's
where you go,
crazy.
all right, I'm kind of
Well, it's
tired
crazy.
of those.
Sorry.
No, I was you're living in the aftermath in 2025 where you go, all right, I'm kind of tired of those style of superhero movies.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not only that.
You need to reinvent yourself.
It's not only that. It's like, I think you're right, but it's also Infinity War, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Guardians
Homecoming.
Volume 2. What was the 5th one?
Homecoming.
Dude, all
Oh,
of those
no.
movies.
Yeah. Guardians 2, Homecoming,
Yep.
Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War.
No, that's
Gotcha.
right. Yeah. All of those movies cracked a code for what
Yeah.
an amazing Thor Ragnarok, an improv movie, a
Yeah.
fully improvised movie set by a fully improv based director, a movie with no script.
Well, we were talking about that, like that movie did reinvent, like
Yeah.
in the midst of the MCU run.
Yeah.
that movie reinvented. It's Guardians and Thor Ragnarok that said, "Oh, this is what our movies are going to look like
Yep.
now."
Totally. It's so you've got Guardians 2, which cements James Gunn as like, was Guardians 1 a one-off? No.
No.
Guardians 2 was just as good. So you've got that. Spider-Man Homecoming, which is like, it will be remembered as the best iteration of Spider-Man. I love Tobey Maguire, but in decades to come, we will remember Spider-Man Homecoming was the best. And again, the guy who directed it, not Justin Lin, the guy who directed it, it was his first time directing a movie.
Homecoming?
He's a comedy writer. Maybe it's his second movie.
Name.
He had like almost zero experience. Ryan Coogler, brand new creator, and essentially writes a Shakespeare style movie. Had not been done yet. And then you have Infinity War, which is again like the height of
Culmination of
yeah. Well, and
it's a lot of good.
and it's not only the culmination of a lot of good. It is that, and it's also again the Russo brothers. Like they have their own code that they cracked.
Yeah, right. Again, based from like Arrested Development and Community.
Yeah, dude.
Directors, right? It is
Insane.
crazy.
So what
I
they,
was watching the first couple episodes of Arrested Development. I'm like, you're telling me that the two guys
in 20 years, these guys are going to be.
making probably
Yeah.
the biggest movie
Yeah.
of all
Of all
time.
time.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
insane.
So what? I guess all I'm saying.
Suck it, Avatar.
Yeah, suck it, Avatar. I'm not trying to go on and on, but like, what the problem is not that they kept trying to do that. The problem is that they deviated from that, and then they made
yeah.
the Eternals, and you're like, well, what was the point of this? And then like what was this decision made? And then they made,
They needed to keep progressing because you can't just stay in the same thing forever, right?
that's
And you
true.
have to try to get ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying in the Turtles movie. You had this cartoon that was kids and fun, and the guy who produced the 90s movie that's kind of darker, he was like, you got to stay ahead of the curve. Like you got to be, and everybody around was like, that's going to fail. But it turned out to be
Awesome.
huge. And so
Yeah.
you do, like, unfortunately with creativity, you have to continue to move forward. You can't stay in the same thing. However, you have to progress in the correct way.
Yeah.
Right? That you, as far as if you're trying to do it again commercially, you have to progress where your audience goes, yes, I want to go this way with you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they took a minority and said, we want to go this way. And
Which
then
minority?
They're in feeling, Ben, there's tens of people out there that had this feeling that like Marvel should go this way. And then the rest of people who want to just watch Marvel movies for funsies was like, I don't want to do that. And then all of a sudden, it's crazy. And we need to wrap up.
Yeah.
But there's so many people that tell me that the Mariners suck or the Seahawks suck, and I'm not going to watch those games anymore. I go, okay, I don't believe you. You will watch the Seahawks this Sunday, right? Like you will.
Yeah.
But for the movies, like there were a ton of people who said, yeah, I don't have to go see that movie anymore because after you get burned 4 or 5 times, then you just like aren't going to go spend $20 on a movie ticket anymore. And so they progressed in the wrong direction, which is unfortunate because you go, it was hindsight's 50-50, right? You can always see, you go, it was so laid out for you. Like it was so perfectly laid out for you how you should take these movies.
Yep.
And now we're seeing Thunderbolts and you go, see, you knew all along. You had the things there.
Yep.
You just chose wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, I think the pandering didn't help, but like even the pandering, it's like so funny because I feel like that, like Chloe Zhao, who is I think an amazing director who did Eternals. It's like, yeah, she's an amazing director, but why did you not just get Kristen Wiig? She's a writer-director. Like, why did you have to pick somebody that you thought was going to make you an
DC already
Oscar
locked her
movie?
down
Like
for Wonder Woman 2.
Hire freaking Tina Fey. Like, there's all these gifts. Like,
bro,
you could have hired somebody that was going to make you a fun movie.
Dip into that well again. A Tina Fey, Amy Poehler written superhero script.
Imagine She-Hulk Attorney at Law written by Tina Fey.
So I haven't watched She-Hulk Attorney at Law, but someone did tell me the other day that it's a comedy. And I was like, oh, I think people probably hated on She-Hulk too hard. I didn't realize it was a comedy.
But nobody knows that it's a comedy.
I didn't realize. I think
it's a comedy, but I didn't find it really very funny.
I'm going to have to watch it now.
It's just obnoxious, and it's trying to be edgy, but it's not really edgy.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Ooh, look at us. Ooh,
I don't know.
Girls doing stuff. Like,
I mean, if she gets angry in the court and like kind of turns into the Hulk, that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
but
classic
I don't
women.
think they did that.
That's a whole thing.
The judge, she's like, well, looks like it's her time of the month again.
Well, that's like a whole
they all
other.
turned green.
What's her name? She's really smart. She's brilliant, but people got really tired of her. Amy Schumer. Like
Amy Schumer.
This whole I think that's kind of what She-Hulk probably was, is like an Amy Schumer vein of call it what you want. You can call it chauvinism, or you could just call it capitalism. Like people got tired of hearing Amy Schumer be as gross as possible and say the meanest thing she could about men. Maybe that's not the direction you want to go.
It's a splash that is really funny it's the same thing with like, I would say,
anybody that works Super Blue.
And yeah, right.
Wait, what?
Super Blue comedy, vulgar.
Oh.
It's a term, Ben. Trying to keep up.
Well, when was the height of this? When was Super Blue?
No. Like Amy
Working
Schumer.
Blue. Working Blue.
Working
means,
Blue.
I shouldn't have said that. That was a stupid
dirty.
thing to say.
No, it's not.
It's a phrase.
That's yeah.
I thought it was like
a comedian who is dirty works.
I have
blue.
no idea where the phrase comes from.
Oh, I thought
it's been around for a long time.
I thought you were telling me this was like the Kill Tony of 15, 20 years ago.
No. Working like she doesn't have a clean. If you go, hey, Amy Poehler, we need you to do 10 minutes on late night, Amy Schumer, you got to do 10 minutes on late night. She has to like really work to get 10 minutes of cleanish material because everything that she does is fairly blue. And it's not. A lot of comedians, you go, oh, if you just take out the F word, you can say all your jokes on TV.
Yeah. And it'd probably be funnier because you have to
funny.
figure out funny ways to not say the F word.
But anyway, yeah, it does. It gets, unless it's incredibly clever, it does get old pretty quickly. But yeah, and you see that pretty frequently, is that like someone will come around and they will make a splash. And it's the same thing with the guy who talks about Down syndrome.
I knew you were gonna say
Shane
Gillis.
Gillis. And there's nothing. Listen, I'm not coming against Shane Gillis.
Yes, you are.
But you hear.
Let me say what you're.
You hear somebody talk about, and I'm not even saying he's doing it in a malicious way, but you hear somebody talk about Down syndrome in a way that you've never heard someone talk about Down syndrome before, especially from a like you're seeing it on screen, right? You go, oh my gosh, this guy's so edgy and so funny, and then you go, when your gimmick is this is so edgy. All of a sudden, like
people get.
Are you like pumped for Shane Gillis's new special? Do we even know when it's coming out?
Right.
Like no, because it's a flash in the pan for like 2 or 3 years.
Movies now.
Wow, and I'm so pumped for that.
You should be. He's in He's in the Madden movie.
I do
Madden
think
97, the movie.
it'll be interesting. I think Shane Gillis is funny. I think
he's a funny guy. I'm not saying he's not a funny comedian. He obviously will still book out theaters and be a working comedian. But as far as like, there's a reason that Nate Bargatze will last a lot longer, and why he was invited. He hosted SNL for the first time like 2 years prior, and they go, "Hey, we need you on the 50-year like."
Yeah, it's crazy.
We need you on this spot. Like, there's a reason that is lasting, and I'm not even saying it's for dirty or not dirty.
No.
He doesn't have a gimmick that is like, oh, this is the reason we're watching him. You just have a whole bunch of people watching Bargatze from all different backgrounds. And you have Bert Kreischer saying, you're the best comedian right now. You're winning. You're selling this out twice when I can only sell it out once.
Right. Shane Gillis is in the Madden movie. He just joined the cast. And then
as John Madden?
No, I think
because I always thought he kind of looked like he had Down syndrome.
I don't know what it is. It just he's in the Madden biopic. Nick Cage is Madden.
Also in it?
Yeah, he's the guy.
It'll be interesting.
I'm back.
But also, he was almost cast in Quentin Tarantino's next movie.
Nice.
Interesting.
Anyways,
I gotta go.
I'm just if
Macaulay Culkin was almost cast in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Doesn't mean I'm looking for a Home Alone 7.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna hate on him so much, I'm just gonna prove that he's not. Not that I love Shane Gillis.
Let me end with this.
End it.
Macaulay Culkin, can you please come back to movies?
No,
I want you back, man. And I love your brother. He's great, but like it would just be.
He's so short.
It would be
though.
just like such a Lindsay Lohan sort of moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you could just actually make Hallmark style rom-coms, if that's Macaulay Culkin's comeback, let's go, man. No, he probably doesn't need to be in movies.
He still gets.
He only comes back if Joe Pesci and Danny Stern are co-stars.
His residuals from Home Alone are still like $100,000 a year.
Oh my gosh! Every year, people are buying that movie or watching it. Okay, we've gone too long.
Way too long. This has been a hot mess.
Well, we started a little late. Guys, we love you. Thank you so much for allowing us. Maybe you didn't allow us. Maybe you turned us off, and that's fine too, and understandable. But we love you. We will be here next week. We might even do a special pod
for Superman,
talking about Superman. Yeah, and we'll have, I think, even some bigger news. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have big news. We'll have more episodes next week. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow us on Spotify. We keep going up little by little. I love it. Thank you guys so much for supporting us and hanging out with us for a little over an hour every week. We'll see you guys next week.